Wow. I just spent like 4 hours. Well, it was like 2 hours, then a break for about an hour, and then another 2 hours. And that was just today. Yesterday, it was, I'm going to go to the trash can this second. Garbage day tomorrow. That thing's full. And there's an aroma out here that's very familiar, but kind of old. I think it was leftover food from the week. Anyway, let me see if I can get up close enough there. There we go. So yeah, 4 hours total, probably more, talking to chat AI. And when I couldn't get, after 3.5, maybe 3.75 hours of chat typing, the only thing it did for me is I'm getting much faster at typing. I can't do it on the phone. I have to be at my laptop. So I was typing away. Uh, After that, I said, give me the phone number so I can talk to a human. So it gives me a phone number. I call. It sounds like a human's talking for a few minutes, or say about 20 seconds of it. And I explained the whole thing to her. And then she says, we can't help you here with that problem. You need to go back. You need to not go back, but basically, you need to go online and talk to, and she gave me the address of the chat. So at that point, I realized I was on my own. There's guys that like make a lot of money off old people who can't figure it out, but I spent early days of computers with I had every edition of Microsoft's, from the very first one, which I don't even remember the names of them anymore, but Windows or what. Anyway, every one of those on Books for Dummies, and that guy, that guy understands me. He knows exactly where my head's at. So I quit buying them after I could look up a lot of stuff online. Uh, and I don't think it would have helped me this time. So the strangest thing happened to one of our computers. We got three of them on the Microsoft 365 program, which gives you Word and Excel and PowerPoint and a couple other things. And one of the computers, every time you tried to get on it, it had a web page that looked like Google, but it wouldn't let you do anything like Google. And finally, I realized it wasn't Google; it was something else. And so I looked that up, and there's some kind of a virus or something that takes over your web browser. So we had to reset the computer, and when it came back on, the 365 was gone. So I was just going to reload the 365 on there. 4.75 hours, and it looked like I loaded it on 3 times so far, but nothing was working. And then finally, the fourth time, I said, I'm going to do this. And I loaded it on after calling and getting a chat AI person on the phone. Uh, I finally remembered. I said, "Oh, it's sitting right there. There's all four of the times I downloaded sitting right there. I think all I have to do is click on one of them." I did click on it, started loading. It works fine, and I learned, and that's the good thing. I'm a very slow learner. My whole life, I've been a slow learner. I opened a restaurant to learn I had to quit drinking. Boy, that was the best expression of my time. Is that the word? The use of my time, anyway, and learning, because I not only found out that I didn't like running a restaurant, I didn't like having to manage people. I mean, there was a whole litany of things that I learned. But slow learner. A lot of people learn that stuff in college in their teens, and early 20s. I learned in college that how to project my voice on stage. Oh, there you go. I probably went right through the microphone and out the door. And I learned how to directed some plays. That was fun, except it really got hard when you got a numbskull in the lead role. And how does that happen? You're just hoping. You're hoping he can do it. It was only one act plays, but so one of them was my brother. He did okay, and the other one was a guy that just couldn't remember his lines. We even brought him over to the house with the rest of the cast, and we had like a little party, and just trying to get him to memorize it. The next day we were doing it, and he couldn't do it. But luckily, my other friend who was in the play kept feeding him lines very ad-libly, so it worked over. The teacher loved the play, loved what I did. So I was destined to be a director probably and a writer, stuff like that. And I was working in restaurants, put myself through college as a cook and learned how to cook. And at some point, I changed my major from theater arts to drunken cook. And that worked for me for about 10 years until I woke up and decided I needed to quit drinking. Anyway, I learned all that time anyway. I'm a well rounded individual. And speaking of movies, oh, I was talking about scripts. I watched one 2 nights ago that I've been seeing it on Prime for quite a while, saying that it was there. Liam Neeson, uh, great actor. God, I love this movies he's in, and this was like right up there with the normal situation of his movies. He plays a hitman, an aging hitman who's coming down with Alzheimer's, and his father has Alzheimer's already to the max, and so he knows he's on his way out, and he gets one last case, and they want him to kill a child, and he can remember that he doesn't kill children, and it's just beautiful. If you like that kind of stuff, blood and guts everywhere, and somehow they got like a yacht basin with big yachts right in the middle of Texas. So I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how that worked. I think it was El Paso, right at the border there. There's a Rio Grande. I don't think there's any room for big boats there. Anyway, that was the only kind of weird thing. I should go look up my geography before I start spouting off, but that was a minor part. So if you get a chance to see it and you like that kind of stuff, it was a great one. Okay, now I'm going to go try to find another movie so I can come down off my Microsoft tech help via AI high low. So smoke them if you got them. And this week we're going to be talking turkey.